you are a married expecting couple and you have been having trouble figuring out how to find a maternity photographer and it's becoming so stressful for you, in this video, I'm going to give you my top 2 ways to find a maternity photographer. And if you stay to the end, I want to give you a bonus tip for finding a maternity photographer that you probably didn't know that you are subconsciously doing right now. What's going on, married expecting parents? I am Jaylin Dorsey-Mitchell, an all-inclusive maternity photographer out of Detroit, Michigan, and I specialize in documenting once-in-a-lifetime moments for married expecting parents. You literally come to me when you want to capture the gift of life in the most stress-free way. And today, we are talking about the best 2 ways to find a maternity photographer. I understand that finding a maternity photographer is a key part of your maternity photo shoot experience journey. And I want to be able to make sure that you look in the right places and you eliminate all stress when doing so. So the first way is to use TikTok search. TikTok search is like the Google of videos, and it's an easy way to find service providers. All you literally have to do is first go on TikTok. Once you go on TikTok, you want to hit search and you want to click the search bar. When you click the search bar, you want to type in your city photographer, maternity photographer. So for example, you would type in Chicago maternity photographer, Detroit maternity photographer, Miami maternity photographer. And TikTok is going to give you a whole entire library of maternity photographers that you can consume their content and decide which one is right for you. But here's the key thing about that. When you're looking for photographers on these search platforms like TikTok, you want to make sure that you check their website and also bounce over to their Instagram to make sure that they're actually in the city that you need them to be in. So for example, a Chicago maternity photographer may use the hashtag Detroit maternity photographer. So if you're in Detroit and you're looking for a Detroit maternity photographer, you may end up coming across a piece of content that's a Chicago maternity photographer's content, which means that will not serve you unless you are willing to travel. So with that being said, you just want to make sure you check the websites and bounce over to their Instagrams. And that brings me to the second way. If you're not on TikTok and you want to see more options of maternity photographers, is to use Instagram hashtags. Many photographers use Instagram hashtags under their posts. And if you are looking for a maternity photographer in your area, this is a great hack that you can use by simply doing the same thing we did on TikTok. Go on Instagram, go on the search bar, type in your city maternity photographer. Now, Instagram is more of a picture platform for photographers, but it is moving into where we use this platform for reels. So don't expect the same type of content from photographers on Instagram that you get on TikTok. So mainly you want to look at the portfolios. You want to check the bio out. You want to make sure that they are where they are saying that they are, right? A lot of photographers, when we want to reach more clients, we put more hashtags for different cities because you never know who you may run into. So it's very important that you look through all the things that Instagram will show you and you scroll through them and you find the best one you feel works for you. Now, lastly, which is my bonus tip to you, and I'm glad that you stayed this long, I feel like no other photographer, mainly maternity photographer, is talking about what I'm getting ready to tell you. So this is kind of like the part where you want to write this down, right? All of these things are things you want to write down. But this is probably the most important part that you want to write down so you can have the best maternity photographer. Now, the next best way, and you are currently doing this way right now, is using YouTube. YouTube is a great way to find some of the best photographers because the best photographers are creating valuable content for you, answering your questions. It's like we thought about you before you thought about us. And usually the photographers that are creating frequently asked question content like I'm doing now for you, they typically have more expertise on maternity photography and they will be able to better serve you. So when you're on YouTube and you're typing your questions, you want to look for maternity photographers who have a lot of value content. And value content in this field may be frequently asked questions. It may be behind the scenes. It may be client interviews. It may be testimonials. All these things are great things to look for when you're trying to find a maternity photographer. And now, since you know the top ways to find a maternity photographer, I have a free gift for you. I want to give you access to a free Pinterest board I created that has over 900 plus maternity photo shoot ideas inside of it that you can use to come up with your own creative, unique idea for your maternity photo shoot. I understand that it may be hard trying to come up with a unique idea. Like, you're taking so much time scrolling on Instagram, scrolling on TikTok, and you're trying to find something that's good for you. But inside of this Maternity Idea Vault, it's literally free, and I give you instant access to it, to where all you have to do is find the ideas that you love the most. Now, all you have to do, and this is the one thing I need you to do, just click the link in the description and tell me where you want me to send it to, and I'll get it right over to you. And then you will have a slew of maternity photo shoot ideas that you can use for your own photo shoot, so you can be different and become the inspiration for everyone else. Once again, I'm Jaylin Dorsey-Mitchell, an all-inclusive maternity photographer out of Detroit, Michigan. Until next time.